once.
Sir, what's your name?
What's your name?
My name is
Why
Mary.
are you getting so close
Why are
to
you
him?
approaching him so
Why are you
close?
getting so close to him?
You're the one
You're the one
violating
talking
the
about
mask
6
law.
feet. Why are you so close to me?
Ma'am, could you back up?
What's
How's it going, guys? Watching The Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press, here in Boulder, Colorado, at the post office here, Valmont Station. I think the address is, this is the 55th Street location. And as usual, I'm going to look around, take some video of the public building here, and see if the folks here respect our First Amendment right to do so.
Somebody. Oh, look at that. All right, this is interesting. So it says mask or face coverings, and underneath that it says recommended inside our lobby. So somebody crossed out the part that says recommended.
It's on all the signs too, if you look in there.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, here's one. Check it out. One that you can actually read that's not covered up here. It says mask or face coverings are recommended inside our lobby. So, yeah, let's see what other signs we have here. Obviously, I'm on federal property, so we're not expressing our 2A today. Can't do that here, not yet. So let's go take a quick spin through and see what's going on. First time in Boulder at the post office. Yeah, the usual post office box area here. Okay, we have our poster 7 right here. And this is a 2003 copy, so this copy is 18 years old. I believe the latest version of this is 2018. But I do also believe that the wording is the same. Self-service kiosk here. Some express and priority shipping supplies.
Are you postal workers?
Am I a postal worker? No, not at all. No.
You're not really allowed to film in here, though.
Allowed to film in here? Sure you are.
No, you're not.
It's posted right on your wall.
It does say that?
Yep, poster 7, rules and regulations of
Where? Let's
conduct
see
on
it.
the. I'll show it to you if you have
There's
it.
one right here too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Hey, you have another copy right here. Happy to show it to you. So this is a very old copy. The most recent one is 2018.
I know you're not allowed to film the workers in there, though.
Photographs for news, advertising, and commercial purposes. Photographs for news purposes may be taken in entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors. It's all right there.
Why are you filming anyway?
Oh, we're just checking out your post. First time I've ever been at the Boulder
All right.
post office here.
Okay.
But thank you. I appreciate your assistance. Thank you. How are we doing today, sir?
Hey, how are you?
Can I ask you a quick question since I just ran into you?
Actually, need to.
Well, I have a question about county law. And
What's
since
that?
you're the sheriff, I figured you'd be the best guy
I'm
to
not
ask.
the sheriff, I'm a deputy.
Well, deputy sheriff. But I understand that in Boulder, we're not from here. I'm from southern Colorado.
Okay.
So I understand that in Boulder, there's a mask law outdoors if you're unable to distance yourself 6 feet from people. Is that accurate?
In the city?
Is it the county or the city? I'm not sure. I'm not
I
clear.
don't know. I don't know.
So you're not aware of any regulation?
Well, I
like
work
that?
for the county, not the city, so I don't know what city ordinances.
So
need to
county
be in
has no
place.
ordinance like that?
The county, so exactly what is it that you're looking for as far as?
I just want, like, if I'm walking down the street outside, I just want to know if I need to have a mask on, if I'm 6 feet away from people, or like how it's written. I don't know how the law's written. Somebody just mentioned to me a few minutes ago that they said, oh, there's a mask law in Boulder County and you're supposed to wear one. I said, even outside? And they said, yeah, even outside. And then I just happened to see you pull up and I said, oh, there's a deputy sheriff. And
Right,
ask him.
so as far as the city's concerned, I can't tell you. You need to check with the city.
Okay.
I recommend going on the website, the city's website.
Okay. And you're not sure about the county either?
As far as the county is concerned, well, as far as unincorporated Boulder County, there is an ordinance,
Okay.
or not an ordinance, there is a...
Like a mayor's executive order?
Yeah, the state...
Oh, so you're just under the state governor's state mandate?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
And pretty much everybody's following that, but some of this...
Which doesn't address outdoor public areas, I don't think, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But again, as far as the municipalities are concerned, they have their own ordinances.
Of course,
as
yeah.
far as,
It's hard to keep track when you travel around, you know?
well,
Yeah, but
for
you
the
have
county,
to.
yeah, it's really difficult. So it's, pretty much everywhere we go, it's a matter of, okay, what exactly is it for the city of Boulder or the, town of, Lyons or what have you.
Gotcha, right, yeah, everybody's got their different.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, and maybe that's a good thing this came up. Maybe we should both do our homework and figure it out, I guess.
Yep, exactly.
Can I just ask what your name is so I know who I spoke to?
Harrison.
Harrison, thank you, Mr. Harrison.
Thank
Officer, Deputy Harrison, I'm sorry. Stay safe out there and have a good day.
Sure,
Appreciate
you
you.
too.
Any reason you're not wearing a mask?
Is there a reason I'm not? Of course there is.
Can you?
Is there any reason you are?
Yes.
Okay. So obviously, I do everything with a purpose,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah. But I don't discuss that with people I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you're just gathering information but not sharing information.
How do you know I'm gathering information?
You're asking questions.
Of a law enforcement officer. Sure, I didn't ask you any questions.
That's true.
You're not obligated to answer my questions.
You're not obligated to answer mine.
Right?
That's fair.
Well, you have a good day.
You too.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. There
Thanks.
is a pandemic going on.
Well, I'm fully aware of what's going on.
Awesome.
But there's also medical exemptions written into the governor's order.
Well, there you
So
go.
might be that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
There are legitimate reasons why somebody might not be wearing a mask.
Sure. If you have a camera, you probably got an angle.
Probably got what?
Probably have an angle.
An angle on,
You're filming
right?
and gathering information. So you're probably going to use this for something. It's not. You're just not personally out here to ask questions.
Well, that's
That's an assumption.
assumption. Yeah.
100% right. Well, have a good day.
No, and you know what? I got to tell you, I thank you for being cordial and having a free conversation here. I appreciate that.
The only thing that bothers me is that people are not talking about things.
Okay.
They're not able to
Communicate.
immediately jump to yelling and assaulting, which that's why I immediately was like, nope, that's an assumption I should not assume. So no.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate
Of
you
course.
being that way, and that's the way it should be.
You got to
Thank
communicate.
you.
Cheers to
Yep,
you.
absolutely.
Yep. Have a good one.
Thank
guys.
you. You too.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just take a quick walk through here. Hallmark cards. Don't forget about Valentine's Day. Very cool. It's a nice post office.
Yeah. Oh, they have one of these feedback. How knowledgeable was our staff? Well, see how that is. See how that goes.
Well, that's an interesting thing because you could look at that. It's interesting how the deputy had no issue with us being inside the post office, with or without a face covering, taking video, whatever the case may be. And these things don't seem to become an issue until somebody makes an issue of it.
Yeah.
And says that they got their feelings hurt or they're intimidated or feel like they're being harassed or something. So just something noteworthy, as they say. You can actually stand in here.
Yeah.
It's cold out here.
Yeah, it's freezing out, especially with that wind.
They were like, take a side.
Yeah, take a second.
Can't complain. That is a good point. It is mid-January.
Other than they're reading Poster 7.
Are they?
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see if they need any clarification. Well, I just want to see if you guys have any questions.
So you are taking pictures?
Where did that say that again?
It's under photographs.
Where is that again?
Let's see, right there, it's the 3rd paragraph down on the right-hand side.
There it is. Boulder News taking entrance. For news purposes, are you a news organization?
Well, it's a couple of different things, but I am,
Court.
I definitely, what I'm doing falls under that
All right.
paragraph, for sure.
I mean, we've always been told, I'm not on the window right now, but we've always been told you can't film in here.
You've never had a sign on the window that says...
And you're not wearing masks, you're supposed to wear masks.
It says it's recommended on the door.
All right.
I just follow the law.
I got you.
You know, I just follow the rules.
I'm not an
Yeah.
authority.
Oh, no, you've been very professional and
Yeah, yeah.
courteous. I appreciate you.
I'm not,
Thank you.
I'm just...
No, and you know what? I appreciate you looking into it.
If I see people that I don't know doing stuff, I'm told to ask, you know?
Of course, no,
Yeah,
I appreciate
yeah.
you doing that, for sure.
Yeah.
No issues.
So,
No problems with me. I just thought in case you had any questions, I'd come in, because I'm very familiar with the rules and regulations. I know what they are, and I'm... So if there's-
what's the purpose? Are you doing anything, making a documentary? Or
You know
we
what,
doing
when
it-
I'm done, yeah, we're just making a little documentary about the post office, and when I'm done, I'll be happy to turn the cameras off and explain the whole 9 yards to you,
All
if
right,
you're still interested.
No problem.
All right.
All right,
And if you saw, there was even,
there
there was even just a sheriff's deputy here. We were having a conversation with him. We're not
that.
violating
I
any
saw
laws or
that.
anything.
All right,
But I do appreciate you keeping an eye out for your employees.
okay.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Well, it says that-
No, they'll figure it out. I'd rather stand outside, but it's cold and windy.
Yeah.
Well, here's where we find out how it goes. Was that me?
That wasn't me.
Have to check and see what that was.
Yeah, they would need a.
I need you
statement
guys
for me
to
allow
stop,
it.
please, because our customers coming in and out do not want to be on camera.
They need masks.
And inside the postal service, you have to have permission to film on our property.
No, that's
And you are
not in the public areas, but it's right on your...
You do need to have a mask on.
Well, let's address one thing at a time. Which one first?
Either way, you need a
Right, well,
mask on.
here's your sign. Masks or face coverings are recommended inside the lobby.
Okay, and I'm saying you need to have it. Boulder County has a mandate that
This
in
is
public
federal property and
places.
it's recommended. That's your policy.
Sir,
I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just following your
and I'm
rules and
asking you to
regulations.
please leave my premise.
Well,
It's
I'm
federal
not,
property.
why, do you have a reason?
Because you're not wearing a face mask and I have.
Face masks are recommended.
I have customers coming in and out that are uncomfortable with that.
Well, I'm not responsible for other people's comfort levels.
Sir,
I'm just working on a little story, and when I'm done in a few minutes, I'll be on my way.
you can work on it outside.
It's cold outside.
You have a coat on, sir.
Yeah, well, but I'm within my rights to be here, honestly.
Honestly.
Did you
you're
ever
not.
read the rules and regulations of the post office that's posted right on your wall?
Sir?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Yes, I'm well aware of what it is.
So you're well aware that I'm allowed to be here filming?
No, you're not.
I am. Are you the postmaster?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay, is the postmaster available?
No, he's not. He's at the main office if you'd like to go see him.
Okay, well, maybe we'll stop by there next. I can assure you that I'm totally within my rights. I don't violate the law and I don't violate federal rules and regulations. I can assure you that I'm within my rights. I know what I'm doing.
Sir, I am saying you need to wear a mask while you're in here, which you are not, and I'm saying you cannot film.
Okay, but you're not listening to what I'm telling you. Your rules and regulations are contrary to your statements, and I'm going to go by your rules and regulations, not your subjective statements. I'm not going to be here all day. I'm going to be here for a few minutes, and then I'm going to leave.
Well, and I'm going to stand here until you do.
Okay. That's fine.
And when my customers want to come in, you
They
need to
come
be
in.
6 feet away from them.
Your customers are more than welcome to come in.
And they don't have to be filmed by you.
No, they don't have to be filmed.
So then you need to move that. You have
This is a
clean
public
access
setting,
to
ma'am.
it.
In public, there is no expectation of
This
privacy.
is
I'm allowed to
federal
film.
property.
You told me you read your rules and regulations. Did you not comprehend them when you read them? Did you just breeze through, or did you actually
Is
comprehend
there a
what you read?
specific reason why you have to be standing here?
Why didn't you start with that question? And there is, of course, I do everything with a specific reason. I don't just walk around aimlessly.
Well, it sure seems like it.
Well, that's your subjective opinion.
You're right.
Right. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I wish we could have a nice
You are.
cordial conversation.
You are.
But you're just barking orders and expecting me to jump like Pavlov's dog, and
I'm
that's not the way it
saying you
works.
need to have a face mask on, and I'm saying you're not supposed to be going on federal property in the post office.
That's a DHS put out a memo in 2018 giving me explicit authority to be doing what I'm doing right now.
And who is DHS?
Department of Homeland Security.
Okay, can I please see that?
You can go pull it up on your computer screen, absolutely.
It
Sure.
gives you specific authority, and what's your name?
Gives anyone, I'll educate you if you want me to tell you. Look it up, it's the
I asked
DHS.
for your name, sir. Can you give me that?
Do you have ADHD? You're jumping from one question to another. I'd rather just answer the question you asked me and then I'll take your next question. I can't answer two questions at once.
Sir,
So
what's your name?
What's your name?
My name is Mary.
Why are you getting so
why
close
are
to
you
him?
approaching him so
Why are you getting
close?
so close to him?
You're the one
You're the one
violating
talking
the
about
mask
6
law.
feet. Why are you so close to me?
Ma'am, could you back up
What's
and give him a
your-
little
Could you give me
space?
some
Why?
space?
Why?
Could you get out of my
Because
face?
you're being aggressive and you're acting, you should
No,
be very.
I'm not. I'm
Listen,
having a
listen, you don't know if I'm
conversation
here,
face-to-face.
listen. you
6
don't-
feet.
Ma'am.
6 feet, please.
Ma'am, you don't know if I'm here from the post office, so I would behave yourself if I was you. You have no idea what I'm doing.
Thank you. You're welcome, ma'am.
Don't try to intimidate it. I would love to have a very nice cordial conversation with you if we could
You
do
would
that.
not. You've already shown that.
All right, so then please go away.
I won't. This is where I work.
Okay, you work right here in this little mudroom entrance?
I work all over in this area.
Okay,
Yes,
well, maybe you should get back to work.
I am.
Okay. That's fine. I am adhering to your rules and regulations.
I'm
That's all I'm
asking
gonna
for your
say to
name. You don't have to give a name. And you don't even want to.
Why would I have to give you my name?
Because I asked you for it. Why would you not want to?
Well, so you can ask me.
What's your name? I
You can
asked
ask me
you
how
for it.
long my penis is. Am I supposed to tell you that?
Sir, I'm really sorry. They're having a problem here. If you want to come in.
There's no problem, man. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Do your thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay?
So you are.
You want me to, here, I'll turn the camera that way so you're not on it. Go ahead.
That's the mask, man, I'm immunocompromised.
Here, quiet.
Thanks, sir.
Yep.
Sir, I'm very sorry about that.
Is there a reason, if you're telling me that masks are required inside the building, why does it say recommended on your sign?
Because at the time it was posted, it wasn't a mandate.
So shouldn't you change the signs?
Guess we made a mistake there. That doesn't separate the mandate.
Well, why don't we correct the mistake?
He would like to come back up.
There are other entrances, but I'll be a mensch and move for you. There you go. Have a good day. Stay healthy. Well, it's a shame you can't have a cordial conversation because I can do that too. You came out very aggressive, barking orders, and that's, you get what you get in this world. You get what you give. If you would have come out cordial, I had a very pleasant conversation with John, I believe his name was.
That's not his name.
Well, whatever his name was. Yeah, had a very cordial conversation because he approached me professionally and cordially, and I returned the same right back at him. Go call the police, they'll educate you. Wow.
Worried about masks and 6 feet and making people uncomfortable and then just back somebody into a corner. That's great.
And I'm going to need your name for the complaint that I'm going to file against you for approaching him in an intimidating manner and getting 18
I want us
inches away
to
from him.
have a face-to-face conversation.
Right, which is against the law in Boulder.
To have a face-to-face conversation?
Sure, you're supposed to maintain 6 feet of distance. You were being very intimidating. I'd like your name
You're
so
not
I can...
maintaining 6 feet.
I'm asking your
from
name so I can
customers,
file
are
a
you?
complaint, ma'am. Do you want to
Mary
refuse to give it to me?
Szymanski.
Mary Szymanski?
Mhm.
Okay, very good. Now for the complaint will be coming.
But you guys still haven't given me your name, so what do you have to help?
I'm not a public employee, man. I don't have any reason. I value my Fourth Amendment right. Yeah. I don't work for the public. I didn't sign that contract. You did. So have you called the police yet, Mary?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. If you did, I'd be happy to speak to them.
Sure. We have a couple of gentlemen in here filming that we are not authorizing. So if you want.
Well, Mary's a little fire starter though.
Oh, wait. So go ahead, so I can.
Are you trying to incite some kind of problem here, Mary?
No, I'm explaining why there are people here that should.
No, you're trying to cause a problem, Mary. Come on, be straight with me.
Sir, are you okay with this? They're just filming.
Nobody cares, Mary, until you start looking for a problem. I also had a very nice, cordial conversation with one of your customers a few minutes ago. Here we go, look, fire starter.
How you guys doing? Hey, Mary, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah, you might want to educate Mary a little bit on what the rules of the post office are before she violates somebody. So let's go outside so we can't be accused of making anybody uncomfortable. And she certainly did call the police, so we'll just leave it. I can assure you of that. Maybe I'm here to ensure that the signage is proper here at this post office, and I have found 2 examples of why it's not. Poster 7 is, what I say, 18 years out of date.
Yeah.
And the sign on the door says recommended to wear a face mask. Not required.
Yeah, and she says that's because it's an old sign. Why are all the other ones blanked out?
I don't even, you can't read what's underneath that, so I think it says required or I don't, so being that, see, this is it. This one says recommended, blacked out. That one you can't read. That's in Spanish. So yeah, I don't know. But do you, I mean, honestly, guys, ask yourself, look at this thing without your emotions and without any prejudice either way. Set your beliefs aside for a second and just look and see who is creating the problem here. Seriously, look at it.
It's freezing out here.
She starts telling all the customers that she's like trying to incite a riot as they come in the door.
Little 5'2" post office lady trying to get in my face. It's ridiculous the way people act.
It is. Totally.
Like AP was saying, you know, as usual, of course, we don't encourage any profanity or etc. But if you choose to contact this post office here to address how you feel Mary behaved, it's your right to do that, and we encourage you to do that in a polite manner. And that contact info will be in the description.
Well, I think she called the police, so I'm going to wait for them. And I'm cold.
It's freezing.
You want to grab the door for that young lady?
Thank you.
Got it. No problem.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. You want to know what's amazing? Mary went away and she took the problem with her.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Boulder is sketch, guys.
Look, he's standing there staring
It
at
really is. Oh, he wants problems. Keep your thumb on your OC spray. It's amazing how nobody says anything. I mean, even that guy that was just staring at us, he really didn't say much.
Yeah.
He's just like, right. If Mary was out here, there'd be 4 people out here right now up in arms, raging.
Yeah, Mary would have robbed that guy up into a frenzy. Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. That's what she was hoping to do.
Yeah.
If you guys are into music, look up a song by a group called Prodigy. Prodigy, and the name of the song is Firestarter. It's like from the 90s, I think. Check it out. It's Mary. But yeah, it's Mary's video, Firestarter by Prodigy.
I don't even want to hold the door for people these days. Odds are they're going to snap at you.
I know.
What are y'all doing, if I might ask?
I'm gonna tell you, first of all, if you're coming in here to legitimately ask me a question and be cordial, I'd be happy to have the conversation with you. If you're coming in here looking for trouble, you picked the wrong guy and I'd go back to your car.
No, not at all, man. I'm just interested. It seems like it's making a lot of people uncomfortable, so that's the only reason.
Life these days makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Oh, no, you're right about that.
But no, I appreciate you. If you just want to have a cordial conversation, man, I'm all up for
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm genuinely interested.
I could tell, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just taking some video at the post office. I'm making a documentary about what's going on in the world today.
Okay.
That's all. Totally objective, non-partisan documentary.
Okay.
I don't take sides.
Sure, absolutely.
So we're just basically observing, not speaking to anybody, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I understand that.
yeah.
So you're just looking for footage of like people coming in and out?
Well, no, what we we went through, we spoke to some of the employees, we had a nice conversation with a customer and a deputy sheriff and
Sure.
that kind of thing. But then now this is just some B-roll footage in case we need to fill some time or something.
Sure, absolutely. All right.
That's all it is.
Well, interesting.
Nothing nefarious, no
All good now.
nothing to worry about.
Yeah, hey, you guys have a good
I
one.
appreciate you, thank you. I'm sorry? We're just working on a little story on the post office. Yeah. It's just documenting what's going on. I was just telling this young man that was in here, we're basically just doing a very objective, documenting what's going on in the world these days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like.
Literally just making a record.
Yeah.
Of what's going on.
What's interesting about the post office?
Well, the post office is just, it's federal property, first and foremost. And then secondly, just, it's regular citizens just going about their day, coming in and out.
Yeah.
But we're not doing, if somebody approaches me and asks me what I'm doing, I'm cordial, so I'll tell you what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But we're not doing interviews or anything like that. We're just,
Yeah. What are
Just observing.
what are the other spots that are interesting?
oh, we go all over the place. I go to FBI buildings, jails, police departments, tax collectors' offices,
Yeah.
city government buildings, health departments.
Yeah.
Yeah, just anywhere that's publicly accessible areas.
Right.
Yeah.
And just film and kind of.
Yeah, just because somebody needs to document all this, what's going on. So we're just, just another set of eyes on the world.
Cool.
Yeah, that's it. But I appreciate your cordial conversation. Thank you. Boy, if Mary was here, that might have gone way different. So yeah, if Mary didn't come out and start that whole situation, I probably would have left already because we had a conversation with the deputy sheriff. We had a conversation with two of the employees. I felt like we found some common ground there. And thought we would just stick around for a couple of minutes. But now I have a feeling that Mary may have called law enforcement on us. And like I said, law enforcement has been called. I would like to run away. That forces me to stay here. So basically she wanted us to leave, and what she did was create a situation where now I can't leave. But we're not going to stay around all day, obviously. I'll stick around for a few minutes. And as I always like to say, guys, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as they say. So stick around. Strange things tend to happen in the last few minutes on the way out the door. And she got right in your face. She was like 18 inches or less away.
Ridiculous, yeah. I aimed it at the floor, her feet were right there.
Yeah, so craziness. And it's funny because numerous post office employees have asked us, even this guy asked if we were with the post office.
Yeah.
So we get those questions a lot from postal employees. So if they have a suspicion or feeling that it might be possible that we're here doing an inspection with the post office, wouldn't that kind of inspire you to behave yourself? I am officially 100% right now, since we've been here, adhering to all of the rules and regulations of the post office. We have not violated one rule, code, regulation, statute, law, nothing. So I would anticipate that the employees should hold themselves to that same standard. It's not.
Okay, now I'm so curious. Are you with a group or
No, no, I'm with my son.
You just do it on your own?
Yeah, we travel the country on our own time.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been to 28 different states in the past year and a half.
Oh my gosh.
And we're shooting for all 50, but Hawaii and Alaska are going to be a bear at this point. But
Yeah.
we'll try.
And do you upload it to a YouTube channel? Or
It depends sometimes. If something exciting happens, a lot of what we film is just very humdrum kind of stuff. But we do share our videos with people if anybody's interested in watching them, sure.
Is it for history purposes or?
Just documenting what's going on. You know what, I was just saying to my son in the car this morning, it's funny, because 100 years ago,
Yeah.
there's not very good documentation of what was going on,
Yeah.
feet on the ground,
Right.
talking to people,
Right.
that kind of thing,
Yeah.
from 100 years ago, like back in 1900. But 100 years from now, there will be, because people are out taking video and reporting what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's just something for posterity.
Why always government sites though?
Because it's publicly accessible property, I can't go to private property.
But like on a, like, do you ever go to malls or like?
Oh yeah, well,
places, like-
malls are private property.
Oh,
I tell us
so
that-
they could ask you to leave.
Well, yeah, private property, technically they can't unless there's a reason, because there are civil rights protections and that kind of thing. But most police officers on private property, if somebody calls the police and asks to have you removed from private property, the police are gonna have you removed. And you can fight that another day in court.
Yeah.
But public property is public property, so we're just not looking to cause any problems and stay on public property where we're allowed to be.
Right.
And we do our research and our homework, and we know what the rules and the regulations are, and we make very sure we don't cross that
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Wow. Cool.
Yeah. Well, no, thank you. I appreciate you asking. I appreciate you being cordial. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's like unnerving these days when people are like have video. It's
You
like,
know what? Well, that's another thing too.
Yeah,
I hope
like
that
what?
maybe I've unnerved you a little bit. Maybe
Well-
every guy standing out there with a camera is not up to no good.
correct. And I'm in favor of videoing everything. I mean, when I see like an office with somebody, especially if it's a person of color, I'm like always like, I might stop.
Well, we film them
I
too.
just
We also
think-
do cop watching. We film
Yeah.
the police.
'Cause I
Make sure they're
think
not
it's-
violating anybody's rights.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, we've
See,
seen.
well, I just want you to remember, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just want you to remember this, because people walk around with a lot of preconceived notions, myself included. So you might judge somebody thinking that they're doing something and disagree with it and get upset with them,
Right.
when maybe it's not. Maybe it's something you would have agreed with if you would have given the opportunity to have the conversation.
Totally.
So I appreciate you for
Yeah,
that.
I mean, that's always my posture, but I just think, video has changed a lot of what people understand of,
Oh, for sure.
especially around,
For sure.
racial justice issues. I mean, obviously I care about that a lot, and I think, especially white people, we would not really understand the layers and complexities of
I'm just gonna come over here.
power and, police and even just,
Well, I think the
person
major
to person,
problem with the
but-
police, with law enforcement, I shouldn't say just the police because you have sheriffs and
Sure.
FBI, but I think the major problem with law enforcement in this country is that they police themselves.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, which is
So
why
there needs to
Boulder,
be oversight.
yes, Boulder just enacted that about 6
Okay,
months
good.
ago.
Well, there should definitely be
Yeah.
independent oversight,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's exactly what Boulder just implemented. It was huge because a lot of police forces will fight that, because they don't.
Well, yeah,
Why
because
would you
now-
want somebody else, looking over your shoulder?
Right. Well, and now the way it is you file a complaint, they look at it, say, no, we did nothing
Right.
wrong, and throw it in the garbage.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not, and just to flip side of the coin, to play devil's advocate, there are some wonderful law enforcement
Yes.
officers out there who do a
Yes.
fantastic job,
Yes.
honor their oath, and
Yes.
support people's civil rights.
Yes, they have an incredibly hard job. Yes.
They do. But then, like anything else, there's bad photographers out there.
Right.
There's bad,
Right.
there's good and bad in everything.
Right.
Right. So the more of us that represent the good, I feel like that's basically all we can do.
Yeah.
Because none of us individually are going to change the world.
Right.
But if, I think this conversation is fruitful.
Totally.
And you and I will walk away from this maybe with a little better understanding of each other and maybe make us a little more aware, a little more conscious, and that's all, that's the point.
Right.
And we try to have these conversations with law enforcement as well because we want them to honor their oath
Yeah.
and do what's right. And we want to, sometimes you get comfortable in what you're doing every day and you stop
Right.
thinking.
Right.
So we want to inspire thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is.
Good.
We're trying to do a good thing.
Good.
And it gets
Well,
mistaken a lot. I've had bottles thrown at me and I've been, people, but that's because people don't ask the questions like you do.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you did.
Great.
Yeah, and it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah,
My name's
me
Jason,
too.
by the way.
I'm Amy.
Nice to meet you.
Ben, nice to meet you.
Bennett?
Ben.
Ben.
Nice to
Okay.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right.
Well, my
Good luck
pleasure.
to get all the pictures.
Yeah, have a wonderful
made.
day. Stay safe. Thank you. No, excuse me.
How's it going?
I got caught. Got stuck in between two doors. Well, that conversation wouldn't have happened if Mary was here. And that's what it is, guys. I mean, you got to ask the questions. You got to have the conversations. I mean, if you're walking around half-cocked, ready to go off, there's an old saying, to a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So don't be the hammer, man. Maybe everything's not a nail. Somebody could be doing something that you would wholeheartedly support if you understood what they were doing, and you might attack them for doing it. So, you know, don't be that guy. Ask the questions, have the conversation, and if the person doesn't want to talk to you and they're not interested in explaining what they're doing, just move on. It's probably none of your business at that point, unless you see something something more urgent in your opinion, then you have to follow your own guide. And again, you know, I always say, you don't really have to understand what everybody's doing all the time. You don't have to approve of what other people are doing. And they don't have to understand or approve of what you're doing. But there is middle ground to be had. And I think we should all try to find that middle ground and honor and respect other people's rights to do as they do. As long as you're not creating a victim out of anybody. Now, grab the door for this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Got a handful there.
My candid camera?
No, you're on obvious camera. Nothing candid going on here. So we'll take a little walk back through the lobby here.
Yeah, sure.
Stretch your legs.
Yeah, we should ask somebody maybe, because it seems like they might have just come to the determination not to mess with us instead of calling the cops.
Yeah, this gentleman right here. Excuse me, sir, you work here at the post office?
I do.
So have you, the reason we're still hanging around, I would have been gone already, but I'm just not sure if you guys called law enforcement because we're here, so if you did, I don't like to run away from them. That's why I'm hanging around.
We have not.
You have not? Okay. And are you a supervisor here?
I'm the station manager.
Station manager, okay. My name's Jason.
Okay.
Can I just get your first name?
Jady.
Jady. Pleasure to meet you. This is my son, Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right, well, I just wanted to make sure because if law enforcement was called, I don't want to, I don't want them to have to look for me. I stick around and wait for them.
No, you guys are good.
Okay, very good. Appreciate
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you so much. All right, so let's take one quick
let's
walk through the lobby here, and then we'll get out of these folks' hair. Assuming that's the truth, but I believe him. I got that sense that that's where he was coming from when he came out and pulled Mary away from the front door.
Yeah, the voice of logic pulling away his pit bull there.
Yeah, no, he did seem like a very logical individual. So if that's the case, we're not going to leave it alone. We're not going to do it a hard time. But like I say, stand by, because it ain't over until it's over. What did he say his name was?
Jady?
Jady?
I think that's what he said.
That's what it sounded like. I wasn't sure.
Oh, we met a guy named Jody the other day, too.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I guess he went in the back. The station manager is Jady.
Yes.
Can you just tell him we said thank you very much, appreciate him?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're just walking around without a mask, building yourself? It'll help you, you know?
What, are you just walking around asking stupid questions? Why don't you approach somebody like a civil human being instead of being a jerk? Good thought, huh?
What? You got...
Yeah, well, having that in your...
standing up against any law. It's whatever.
Well, I'm not interested in what you're doing. If you're interested in what somebody's doing, you should ask them cordially and have the conversation.
So what are you guys interested in doing?
Oh, well, now you want to be cordial. I'm not interested. Have a good day. See you later. Have a nice day. All right, guys. Oh, we have somebody code enforcement.
Well, it looks like code enforcement's
Oh, I
here.
don't know, I was about
Might
to
not
say
be the
code
end after all.
We'll get
We'll
that
see.
figured out, and then we'll take it from there.
Code enforcement.
Code enforcement. So maybe he was getting off on a technicality. He didn't call
Yeah.
law enforcement. He called code enforcement. And little do they know, we were just about to leave. That's great.
That's amazing.
Let's just make sure he's not here for us, and then we can hit the bricks. How we doing?
Good, how are you guys?
Doing good. We heard there's a couple of guys around here with cameras, so we're looking for them.
Let me know if you find them.
Yeah.
No, somebody called about some people inside not wearing masks or something.
Was it an employee here that called?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I was just speaking to the station manager, and he told me they did.
Did you find anybody inside there?
Did I find it?
Mask in the...
Say again. I'm sorry.
Did you find anybody inside there without mask on?
Did I find anybody in there without a mask on? No.
Okay.
I wasn't looking for anybody without a mask on.
Okay.
But I did have
Thanks,
an. No, I was just having a conversation with the station manager. What was his name?
Wait, aren't you?
Jady.
You guys were the
Jady.
ones. You guys were in there without masks on. That was you guys.
He said, did I find anybody in there without a mask? I didn't find anybody.
Well, I found someone without a mask. It's you guys.
Well, then you better file a report quick.
Did you guys inside without a mask?
Yeah, let me here. I'll show you why.
Okay.
There's more important things going on in the world than you guys, you know.
Words of wisdom.
Are you guys with him or?
No, definitely not. So here's the stance on masks right here on the door. Masks and face coverings are recommended inside the lobby.
Okay. Is this the lobby they were talking about then?
Yeah, oh, we were in the lobby, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll also show you, just since we're here. You want to take a look, they have the postal rules and regulations up on the wall here. We do our homework, and I always make sure we stay on the right side of the law.
Okay, appreciate it.
And I also had a conversation, like I said, with the station manager and with 2 employees here. But photographs, right here, 3rd paragraph down, these are the rules and regulations governing conduct on postal property, and this gives us the ability to take photographs on the property.
Well, unless you guys need me, I'm going to take off, so.
Okay, but so they called you for us being
I don't know who called. He just waved me down when I pulled up, but I had a call here
About
about
the
a couple of
mask.
people inside without masks on.
Not about the video.
No.
Okay.
Nope, didn't
And you
get-
know what, that's, the reason is because federal property, there is no federal mask mandate,
Okay.
right?
Okay,
And
thanks, guys.
there's also an exemption written into the governor's order, which nobody ever asks about. Maybe I have an exemption.
Okay.
But can I just ask your name and badge number so I know who I spoke to?
Sure. Officer Sampson, 382.
Thank you, and I just want to very much thank you for your cordial demeanor and professionalism. I appreciate that.
You bet.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. We were just actually leaving when you pulled up, and then I saw you pull up, and I said, oh, I better check and make sure you're not looking for us.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
How you doing, man?
Thanks.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Well, I think that being the case, I think we should go do one more lap around just to establish, because I don't want them to think we got thrown out.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's just do one more lap through here. Now, this is the point where the phenomenal will happen. I just don't want the employees to think we got chased away. That would defeat the educational value of the situation. Pardon me. That's funny, he didn't even want to come in and speak to them. Just left.
Yeah, well, he realized what it was about and that it was
Nothing you could do about it.
frivolous call.
Yeah, well, they're all frivolous. For sure.
Oh, that's a new one.
Excuse me.
It's actually been throughout COVID.
So there goes code enforcement.
Thank you.
Limited 10 people at a time. That includes you.
Hey, gentlemen.
Can we come in?
Say 2 people at a time?
It says 10 people at a time.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
Well, there's not 10 people in there.
I know, but she doesn't want to move. She wants to stay in the back.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, just walk past her.
No, I'm not going to be that
Okay. Well, enjoy your day.
mean.
Well, have a good day. I think not moving is mean.
I know. I know.
All right, guys, that wears this.
All right, guys. So you meet some interesting folks here at the United States Post Office, especially here in Boulder. But you saw how that went. I mean, plenty of people had an issue with us taking video, but at the end of the day, the station manager and code enforcement both confirmed that we're not doing anything wrong and that there's nothing they can do about it. And
had the opportunity to have a conversation with a couple of people. I probably would have never had a conversation.
had some good conversations, had some not so good conversations, and Mary failed to try to intimidate me in a corner there. Very inappropriate behavior. So I think this is a successful venture here. And if you appreciate this video and what we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my other social medias. And if you have any feedback for the post office here, Mary, the station manager, and or if you have any feedback for code enforcement, I'll put all that contact info in the description. And like I was saying before, please no vulgar language or any rudeness, and try to be productive if you choose to call anybody up or contact them. So that's about it for this one, guys. Watching Watchmen, out with Amagansett Press, here at Valmont Station in Boulder, Colorado. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Out.